So the little movie about, I think it was about, her name was Ella. She was she a princess or something? I don't think she was a princess, but long story short, I'm gonna look it up. It's a cartoon movie, a Disney movie, I think. And the gist of it is someone put a spell on her so that she will always tell the truth. Or not tell the truth, always obey. Somebody asked her for something, she had to do it because of the spell. Even if it was detriment to her, she did it. So I'm just sitting here. Got to laugh, y'all. It's not funny though, because this dark arts is interesting. Something is going on in the background, of course, we know that. But something like that, where a spell, incantation, charm, whatever you want to call it, there are many little terms for dark sayings and word curses over people's lives to make them feel like they have to do something. Stay tuned for more of this. A spiritual divine nation. It is the suite of ancient mysticism and all that it encompasses. All the way around. You know how you have eyes all around your body? They did that, but they did not move. I didn't want to get too close because I didn't want to scare them away. But I moved up a little closer and a little closer. I muted my video so you can hear me freaking out. Because I was freaking out. But this was a big, juicy, jumbo owl. Trying to be you is not going so well for them. I'll just leave it at that. Okay? Because it looks easy trying to be somebody else. Oh, I can do that. Oh, that's easy. Okay. But see, you looking at it from a 3D level. And 9 times out of 10, none of this shit is 3D. You in the 3D. But oh man, this is on another level, okay? So be mindful of who you try to be like, copy, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I pray all of these things, and I declare and decree that a peaceful resolution, justice will be served, rather. And I saw something about reconciliation or recompense. It's time for justice. I mean, this is too much. There's this movie. This is what's coming up. There's this movie that's called Ella Enchanted. It's a little kids Disney movie, but adults can really learn something about it. So, long story short, there was a spell placed upon Ella as she was a baby, and that spell was she had a special magical powers, but in order to keep it, she had to always obey. Now, this would be okay if Ella was in the right environment with her mom and everything is safe. But then her mom passed away, and so now Ella was with somebody that she really couldn't trust. But that spell was still there. So that came up because I sense that something like that is happening with a DM as well. It's like I'm hearing these videos where it says the DM is in love with you, and behind the scenes he crying and watching and spying and stalking you, but yet he can't and won't speak to you because of some spell. To me, this is what's coming up. Okay, so he won't speak to you. More or less, he's stalking you, watching you, falling in love with you and all this. But in the 3D, he won't talk to you. He won't acknowledge you or anything. And it's because there's been a spell placed on this DM. And it may look like a huge inferior complex or a big ego or whatever you want to call it, to make him feel like he's always right, or he has to do this and he has to take care of everybody and ignore himself. Ignore your feelings, ignore how you feel, and because you have to do this, you have to do that. This is the spell that this DM is under. And because they are mirrored souls, they're twins in the spirit. Every time this DF sometimes doubts that this is her twin, something comes up to prove, okay, yeah, y'all got some kind of soul connection. Even if you never even had any interactions with this person on a physical level, nothing deep, no more than surface stuff. Hi, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. That's it. So you know that there's some type of connection if it's affecting your life like this. All right, back to the story. So it shows up, this spell shows up. I'm getting something, child. So the spell is like a duel. It was done on, let's say it was done on one of the twins. But because they are mirrored souls, the effect is also happening to the other twin, maybe in a different way. But remember, mirror. When you look at a mirror, you're going to see a reflection of the image, right? So it's the same thing. You're getting just a different part of or a different way how that spell is going to show up. In the DF, it may show up like how Ella did, always having to obey and be, tell the truth and all of this, but you're not in a safe environment to do that anymore. You're around snakes and people that want to harm you and use your gift instead of cultivating and developing your gift. You see? Man, this is getting good. So, this is what happened. I'm seeing a sigil. In other words, it's a seal. Some type of seal or sigil and a charm, which is another word for a spell, has been done on these twins. And like I said, it shows up in their lives differently, but it's the same spell. His end, it may look like you got to do this, you got to take care of this. Her end, you got to tell the truth, you got to obey. You see? This is coming up for a reason, and a lot of other things are coming up. I'm like, do you really want me to bring that up? I don't know. This must be the spell edition of this video. The occult let's see, what am I going to call this? The occult episode. Let's just say that. So, this is a love consult, but this episode I'm going to call, or this part of the reading I'll call the occult edition. Okay, so that's one phase. That's the love, that's the spell. And now this is another ritual, is how they showed it to me in a vision or a dream. Let's just say, hypothetically, but it could always be true, but hypothetically, someone don't want you to visit their home. And it's like, what? Someone don't want you to come home because you trying to figure out why don't that person want you to come to this particular home. And I pulled some cards on it one day. And in this deck, I saw the card where it was fire and different signs put into the flame. And to me, I immediately said, oh, they're doing a ritual. That's why they don't want you to come to the house, right? Long story short, somebody is also doing all kind of stuff, child, to hinder and block these twins from coming together. And I also got that, remember I said the spell was dual because it's done on a DM and a DF. That means family is involved. The DM family as well as the DF family did this spell on them to keep them apart and to keep them obedient so that they can prostitute, pimp, and use their spiritual gifts for their own benefit. Wow. Okay, that's phase one. Now, this second phase was the ritual being done, and I got some more insight on that. Like, some stuff you thought you have lost really is not lost, but it may be in this house. And they're using those items, which could possibly be yours. Your energy, your vibration is on them. And they're using this in a big old ritual to keep you stuck and bound. I said what now? See, that's the second part. And another part is, I remember hearing when they are doing group rituals, they can't help you. I'm laughing because in a couple of instances, I've asked somebody for some help. And the things that they said to me was like weird, like, I can't help you now. They had on these black sunglasses, right? And they look at me and said, oh, I can't help you right now. Like, what? Another lady said the same thing. I cannot help you. That sounds like programmed speaking, like a robot or whatever. And then it came back to me. This is the big group ritual that is being done where nobody helps you. If somebody helps you, then it's going to either break the ritual or that person is going to get in some kind of a trouble. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. I just got another message where I went to a store. Everything I rung up was okay, blah, blah, blah. But this one little thing would not ring up. And it kind of locked the system. So the lady, who was the older woman, I remember hearing her tell me, I have to, she was supposed to go get her manager to unlock the system. But instead, she went to get her wallet to pay for the one thing that didn't ring up. I'm like, oh no, ma'am, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And she said underneath her breath, you don't understand. I have to do this. My life depends on it. I was like, what? She said, more or less, she was like, my life is going to be messed up if I don't help you. Do you hear that? So I'm like, now you see how that is in a reverse state. But who was it? It was an older lady helping. Child, These rituals are getting elaborate, child. So they have group rituals, they have family rituals, and all of this is to keep two people apart. I'm telling you, to keep you and stuck where he can't even voice his feelings, how he feel about you, because they got him so wound up and bound up, he's scared to talk. You feel like you got to always tell the truth, even though you looking at a liar, talking to a liar, and you feel like you got to always tell the truth. Either way, both ways are detriment to you, because it just is. And then you have this ritual. They using things that you thought you lost. They really have it, and they're using it, the energy off of it, to do rituals to keep you bound and stuck. Child. And 11 on the clock. Now these are things that are coming up. I don't know, maybe Pluto is talking. Because it's like, why is this just now coming up? You know how long this has been going on? Like, I know divine timing, but this has been going on for a while. And now, because you've been asking the questions, I know I have, what is going on? Because this is not my life. You can tell when something is not really for you. And I know I ain't doing nothing wrong. Yeah, sometimes we go through things in life, but there are those times where you know damn well this ain't straight. Hello? And this is one of those instances. So y'all got this occult edition of this love consult. And I think I'm going to pull some cards to see, okay, now what, Spirit? You wanted those things to come out. But what is going to happen? What's going to come as a result of this? Because the man can't move forward because they got his throat chakra all jacked up, because they don't want him to speak his truth. They still got him under this spell, or was under the spell of, you got to obey even if it's hurting you. You can't even take care of your feelings, whatever you want, because of what's best for everybody else. Ah, man. And DF, they want you hemmed up, because if y'all two get together, it's a wrap for them. So they don't want you to have job. They don't want you to have nothing. Child, when you gonna go so far as to fill up your home, place of business, or whatever with somebody else's belongings that they lost, so that you can use the energy off of it to do rituals on their life? What the F? I told y'all. I specifically told God, I don't want to know about this crap. But honey, when I say, it's like I was thrusted into this, because what is this? This seemed like movie plots. This might be a movie, because this is crazy to me. But anyway, we're going to see what these cards say, because this stuff came out for a reason. Are y'all enjoying the occult edition of this Divine Love Consult? Well, honey, stay tuned. We're going to see what else happens here, because this is crazy. But this is a message, strong message here for DM and DF. If the Huba Shatsadai, if the whole world, you let's put some cards on this and see what other messages come up. I know in a lot of these children's movies and books, it says that true love's kiss breaks the curse. Do y'all think that's true? True love's kiss breaks the curse and also turns the toad back into the prince. Or turns, what's his name? what is the green guy name? Oh my god, I can't remember his name. What is the green cartoon character name that I can't remember his name, but he also turned into a prince once when he kissed his princess. What in the ham fat is his name? I don't remember his name. Let me see. I think his name is Shrek. Yeah, that's it. All right. So, Prince DM, are you ready to get out of this Toad Nation and Shrek Nation and be a real prince and king to your princess and queen, divine feminine? Well, let's see what the ancestors are going to share about this. And then I'll get the dirty decks and see what else. Medicine, RX, therapeutic medicine. Dang, first card came out was the Star. And the second card came out was this lion on top of a hill that someone is taming the lion. What card is this again? I'm going to take those two. The Star. And then I got to figure out what this one is. Strength. Yep. The Star and Strength with the lion. You can't see it, but I'll post a picture of this. The Star in this book. I think it's the Star. Let me see. Yeah, the stars. God of the sky and the rain. Sensitivity, hope, spiritual awareness, harmony with oneself and others, joy of living. In the shadow aspect of the stars, shattered hopes, lack of confidence, deceptions of the mind. Interesting. This is also Aquarius, the star card in the original tarot deck is synonymous with Aquarius. So you or your person may be an Aquarius. But spiritual awareness, harmony with oneself will help you to get out of this. Us, the DM and the DF, to get out of this spell, from underneath the spell. And then you have strength, taming the beast within. That requires discipline. Warrior, Shango, warrior god of storm. Nigeria, light aspects is courage, vitality, and good health. Cheerfulness, harmony between reason and instinct. The shadow aspect is loss of self-confidence, loss of self-control, repression of instincts, inability to realize projects. Wow and wow. Just like I said before, if the spell is on the DM or the DF, it affects both of them in different ways. This is really messing with chakra alignment here. This is going to require these two people to be brave, bold, and basically heal themselves because nobody else is going to. Interesting. I'm just going to take those two from the ancestors. So the star and the strength card. All right, we're going to keep going and see what else comes out, child. What else do we need to know about this breaking this spell? Man, I cut the deck on. I call this the seeing card where fellatio is being done. And no, it's another. What is the other word? I have to get back into my class that I'm a course that I'm offering. I didn't want to start with that one, but I will let you know when I'm done with creating this course so that you can sign up for it. But the opposite of the fellatio is kunda. No, that's kundalini, not kundalini. Kundalininess? Something like that. So that is a sacred, intimate act between a man and a woman, divine partners. We're talking about DF and DM here. A sacred act to allow them to reconnect in various ways. I'll just leave it at that. That's the first card. What else? Somebody is going to be provoked out of the window. We got the moon. And they keep showing me the dual aspect of how the spell is affecting the DM and the DF. It's like the DM may see and know what to do, but he doesn't do it. So he's being pushed to do it. And the DF may feel like she's entrapped because it's like, why won't he do this? Like, I don't know. That's what it looks like on this card. The moon. Somebody's pushing the man out of the window. So either they're escaping or something, but he's being provoked. And maybe this is what, like I said, what I've been hearing on a video was the DM, he's in love and he's secretly watching and stalking, but he will not speak because, he's afraid of what others are thinking. And this could be family relations, friend, peer pressure. But I'm like, this story has been this way too long. Something is going to be done. Maybe that's why this card is depicting the woman pushing the man out of the damn window. Provoked. Now we got the Knight of Pentacles, where you got this armored horse who represents the DM. And this man is also armored up with a mask on, and he just suited up in his armor. That could be for protection as well as guarding his heart. But he's throwing up coins in the air. And this card is the card about, him being frivolous with his money or what he used to be. Keep up with the times here. So, we're going to keep going to see what does that have to do with breaking this here spell. Maybe somebody need to give money in order to break the spell. That's one thing. Let's keep going. What else? I flipped the deck open on another pentacle. Ace of Pentacles. See, this DM, I'm trying to be nice, y'all. He want to have all of the benefits and the luxuries, but he don't want to do the work. He don't want to come out from where he is. He wants to remain where he is and enjoy this pleasure of having a DF in the 5D. But he being pushed out the window. That window represents the spirit world. Y'all look out. DM, I think this is a warning for you. You better take heed, buddy. What else? Breaking a spell. The devil. Again, the devil doesn't always have to be a bad thing. It can represent the 3D with earthly and worldly pleasures, as not pleasures, but money, basically, in a nutshell. Manifestation. Something is being manifested in the physical. All of these things will break the spell, basically. But evidently somebody got to be forced and coerced. And we got the Emperor, Santa Claus. You got these deers. You got the dwarf, the elf. Because you got to give in order to get out of what you're in. That's what I'm seeing here. I could be wrong. Probably not. What else? DM, do you have anything you want to say? I know it seems like Chariot flipped over. Chariot, 8 of Chalices, 5 of Pentacles. Somebody peeping. Like I tell you, he's stalking his person now. But he won't stay. He will not step up. Like, that's why he being pushed. Death, you're being pushed. You gotta die to the ego. 5 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. Let me say this. Ain't nobody begging you to do nothing. This is about you not hindering other people's progress, because if you have a twin soul, trust and believe somebody is behind on something because of the other person's actions or inaction. Is that a word? So this is what we are seeing. I'm going to pull one last card here, and I'm out of this because there's nothing else really to say. This has been long overdue, but it may be on time. But just know, ain't nobody begging. It's just, this is a spiritual thing. This is not a carnal thing. Another strength card. The beast is being tamed. See? Beast is being tamed. Anything else wants to come out on this final shuffle here? Please and thank you. Final shuffle. Another star card. That's 2 stars. Pouring out herbal essences upon the DM's heart. Keep giving love, basically. That's it. So, to cure these couples, you must continue to give love and know that the divine is enforcing something because people are not adhering. You know, that can be DF or DM now. It's not all bad on you, DM. There could be some things that DF may need to let go of. You know, those arts could be one thing. You may have done some things in the past that was not so cool, and DF may still be holding on to that. She got to let that go. Not forgetting, because you got to, be accountable for what you've done. But you don't want it to hinder your progress either. So, I think that is all. I am going to show these cards somehow with the space that I have, and then that'll be it. All right. Peace. I've applied for over $500,000 in funding. Ask me how much have I received? I actually did some more calculation, and it's actually more to the tune of Wealth Advantage University. Loft E, holistic well and style. Check often because we always have some new flair for you.